Providing care for people with disabilities is not a job for the faint of heart. It's not merely about meeting physical needs or checking off tasks on a schedule. It's an emotional, mental, and often spiritual endeavor that regularly asks caregivers to push past their personal comfort zones. Every shift may bring new situations that require flexibility, empathy, courage, and above all, a willingness to stretch. For direct care staff, this stretching is not a one-time event, but a daily decision to grow in service to others. One of the first challenges many caregivers face is the discomfort of assisting with deeply personal hygiene routines. Tasks like bathing, using the toilet, changing incontinence products, or supporting menstruation. For new staff, these moments can feel awkward or invasive, especially if they're not yet comfortable with such levels of physical closeness. These tasks require a respectful presence and a steady hand balanced with a sense of emotional sensitivity. It's important to remember that the person receiving support may feel just as uncomfortable, embarrassed, or vulnerable. Approaching these tasks with calm confidence and clear communication goes a long way in creating a safe, dignified space. Caregivers can ease this discomfort by focusing on the person's autonomy and comfort. Whenever possible, offering choices such as what kind of soap to use, which towel, or even the time of day for bathing helps give back a sense of control. Narrating your actions before and during the task, especially for individuals with cognitive disabilities, can also ease anxiety. "I'm going to help you with your shirt now" is simple, respectful, and grounding. These techniques not only support the individual's dignity, they can help caregivers feel more purposeful and less uncertain during vulnerable care routines. Emotional discomfort is another space caregivers often inhabit. Witnessing pain, frustration, loneliness, or outbursts from those in their care can be deeply affecting. Staff are trained to stay calm and professional, but they are also human beings. It takes real inner work to remain open-hearted in the face of behaviors that may be aggressive, confusing, or simply heartbreaking. The job challenges caregivers to look beyond surface actions and recognize the deeper needs driving them: fear, trauma, unmet needs, or a desperate longing for control. Pushing past emotional discomfort often means allowing oneself to sit with someone else's suffering without needing to fix it immediately. There is also the discomfort of confronting one's own biases and assumptions. Many caregivers come into the field with little personal experience with disability. They may carry subconscious ideas shaped by media or culture. Ideas about what people with disabilities can or cannot do, what they need, or how they feel. The day-to-day realities of care quickly dismantle these assumptions. Caregivers are called to see each person as unique, whole, and capable in their own ways. This process of unlearning and relearning is not always easy. It can shake long-held beliefs and demand that caregivers stay humble and teachable. Communication can be another source of challenge. Some individuals with disabilities do not use spoken language, or they may use behaviors, body language, or assistive technology to communicate. This requires caregivers to stretch into new methods of connection, to listen with their whole selves, and to recognize that communication is far more than words. It is a powerful act of care to learn how someone expresses their needs, even when those expressions look nothing like typical conversation. And when misunderstandings happen, as they inevitably will, it takes humility to keep trying, adjusting, and learning. Sometimes the most uncomfortable moments arise from being placed in situations that stir up our own emotional vulnerabilities. Caregivers may see themselves reflected in the people they support, grappling with feelings of helplessness, aging, illness, or loss of independence. These reflections can be painful, but they're also an opportunity for growth. Rather than turning away from these feelings, caregivers can acknowledge them and use them to build empathy. supervision, team debriefings, and even journaling can help staff process these emotions in healthy ways. There are moments when caregivers must advocate fiercely, even if it puts them in uncomfortable positions, whether it's speaking up in a team meeting, challenging a policy that doesn't seem to make sense, or protecting the rights of someone whose voice is often overlooked. Advocacy is an essential part of care. It's not always easy to speak out, especially in environments that may not be supportive or when you're unsure of the response. But pushing through that discomfort can be the turning point that ensures better outcomes for the people you support. Physical discomfort is often a reality too. The job can be physically demanding, transferring individuals, navigating tight spaces, responding to medical needs, or simply being on your feet for hours. Fatigue and bodily strain come with the territory, and many caregivers ignore their own pain in order to prioritize someone else's well-being. While it's important not to romanticize self-neglect, it's equally important to acknowledge that this type of endurance reflects an intense level of commitment and care. Stretching one's physical boundaries must be balanced with self-care, yet it often becomes part of the caregiver's daily resilience. Caregivers also face the discomfort of emotional vulnerability. Forming close bonds with those you support brings joy, but also the pain of loss, grief, or witnessing decline. Letting someone into your heart, even professionally, means risking hurt. And yet, it is through these genuine relationships that caregiving becomes more than a job. It becomes a shared human experience, a bridge between lives that might otherwise never intersect. Courage here means staying emotionally present, even when it would be easier to pull away. Ultimately, pushing past comfort zones is not about being fearless. It's about being willing to learn, to stumble, to reflect, and to keep showing up even when the path is unclear. The discomforts that arise in disability caregiving are not signs of failure. They are invitations to deeper understanding and connection. Every time a caregiver stretches their limits, they build not only their skill set, but also their capacity for compassion, patience, and human insight. For direct care staff, the day-to-day challenges of this work might go unnoticed by the world, but they should not go unrecognized. Every act of care, no matter how small, matters. The people you support notice, their families notice, and even when no one is watching, you are building something vital, a more inclusive, more compassionate world, one comfort zone pushed at a time.